Good afternoon, everyone. I am here this afternoon with my quick cooker, which is kind of off screen and you can't quite see it. Let me move it over just a little bit. I have my granddaughter Zoe with me here today. Zoe, come around. Hello, hello. This is the youngest out of 12 grandchildren, and this is my beautiful redhead granddaughter. She's going to be helping. We're going to make some, what did we say? Pie? No. Pie crust sticks. I forget exactly what they're called, but they're going to be fun. But first, I'm going to step on your toes, honey. First, I need to boil some eggs because I'm going to make some egg salad. Let me calm down a minute. We've been running errands all morning, and I keep forgetting what it's like to run errands on Saturday. Costco makes me crazy, not to mention Kroger. But, so I'm going to boil some eggs in my quick cooker. Quick cooker, I'm just learning more and more about it. Pampered Chef just released this September 1st. It's got some amazing safety features on it. And today I'm simply boiling eggs. However, I've used this to do salsa chicken wraps, one of my favorites. It's a really quick meal. It was just throwing, okay. So I put in 2 pounds of, here, come around here so you can get your smiley face on camera. How about that? So what we did before was we put in 2 pounds of chicken breast, chopped up jalapeno, chopped up onion. Oh, that looks bad. Looks like your head is right in the quick cooker. I'm not quick cooking my granddaughter, I promise. And it was like in 8 minutes that was completely done to temperature. The chicken was cooked. Oh, look. Jennifer, your mom's on. Zoe stayed with me because her mom just recently had surgery, so we're kind of giving her mom a break, and that way she just has her son and her husband to deal with. So, but anyhow, so back to my quick cooker. So that chicken salsa recipe, and then you can actually take the chicken salsa, serve it in lettuce wraps. You can use it for tacos. It was quick, easy, yummy. But today, going back to the eggs, I simply have a cup of water in there, and I'm going to put my eggs. I'm using my stainless steel mesh colander. The cooker actually comes with a little rack, which, where did I put that? Oh, it comes with a little rack that I could just put my 6 eggs on that. Or I can put all my eggs in here. Put all my eggs in one basket. Ha ha! Okay, I'll be all right. I swear, it's the errands. But I'm just going to set those down in there, in the water. I'm going to put my lid on. Hello, Amanda. So my lid, hear the little sound there? That tells me that it's securely closed. And some of the safety features. If you see this button here, let me turn it back again. If you can see this button, see it's kind of indented, and this is kind of raised, and this red is not flush. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to fix that so that is flush. The red indicator is still down inside the well, and this is flat. Those are all safety features to let me know when it's going to be under pressure, when to release the pressure, different things like that. The handles on the quick cooker are located down at the bottom instead of awkwardly at the top like a lot of the other pressure cookers. That way you can lift and move it if you need to move it out of your way, because when you're cooking, you can have it under the cabinet, but when you're going to release the pressure, or the steam's going to release, you want to be sure that you're not under your cabinets, because after a while that steam would certainly ruin your wooden cabinets. So we have that securely locked on there. It's told me it's secure. So then what I want to do is I want to go to the custom setting, because I just need 8 minutes, and let me back up. We have several presets that make this very simple and easy to use. I can simply cancel that, and by turning this, it can go to sear, steam, slow cook, proof. If you're doing bread and you need to proof your bread, chicken, poultry, beef, pork, fish, seafood, soup, stock, and it just keeps going. White rice, brown rice, whole grains, beans, chili. And if you do beans, you don't have to pre-soak your beans. that you can cook them right in here without having to pre-soak. Dessert, you can do a cheesecake. One of my friends just did her cheesecake for her daughter's birthday, and I think that was yesterday. Today we're simply boiling eggs. Candy, I'm going to try to boil the eggs again and do this right. So we're going to clear this out again. We're going to set custom, and we're going to move this time down to 8 minutes. Oop. Okay, 8 minutes. And then I'm simply going to push start because I've made sure that my pressure indicator is level and flush, and this has a little steam icon, and they're both matched, right, Zoe?
Mm-hmm.
Little steam there, little steam there.
Yeah.
My indicator's down, which means it's ready to start the pressure. So I'm going to start, and you'll see this little circle. Oh, it's not a circle. Okay, it's a rectangle, and it's going to run for a few minutes as the machine builds pressure. So we're just going to let that sit there and build pressure. And then what we'll do is come back in about 8 or 10 minutes, and I'll release the steam, because there are two different ways that you can do this. You can either manually release the steam, or you can let it release on its own. But like I said, there's several different safety features, and I was just amazed at some of the things that you can fix in the quick cooker and how much time it can save. For instance, the chicken salsa recipe that I talked about earlier, I'm going to need you to read something for me in a second. So, since the chicken that I had was not frozen, it only took 8 minutes. But had that chicken been frozen, say I rushed in from work, forgot to take the chicken out of the freezer before I left to work, chicken breasts, boneless, 2 to 4 pounds. If they're frozen, takes 6 to 8 minutes. Zoe, how many minutes if the chicken had been frozen?
8 to 12 minutes.
8 to 12 minutes if that chicken is frozen. If I'm cooking a whole chicken in here, and it's 4 to 5 pounds, if it's fresh, it takes 25 to 30 minutes. If that chicken's frozen, Zoe, how long does that take?
40 to 45 minutes.
Right. So if you forget, you can still get that taken care of. Ribs, I fixed some ribs in this a couple of weeks ago, which my grandson absolutely loved. There's a recipe in our little guide booklet that comes with the quick cooker. And the ribs, if they're fresh, are 35 to 40 minutes. And if they're frozen,
60 to 75 minutes.
Right. So just think of the time that will save. I mean, put those in, get busy doing the rest of the stuff you have to do, and they're done. Our quick cooker also has a slow cooker feature on it. It has presets. It has a warming automatic. If once your time is done for what you have it set for, it will automatically kick onto a warmer. And one of the things that I really like about it is, since it was cooked under pressure, one is you're sealing in all of those nutrients into your foods instead of cooking them away and letting them escape. So your food is actually going to be more beneficial for you. And then also with while you're doing that, it like I said, it's warm and it doesn't dry out your food. You can leave it in there to warm, and you're not going to come back to pasta that's dried out or chicken that's dry. Everything is going to be moist and meaty and full of the nutrients that you need. But just a couple of really good recipes that we have in here is our chicken Parmesan pasta. Look how yummy that looks. And a friend of mine, she was going to make this dish for her family and got started on it and realized she didn't have any chicken. So she actually substituted ground beef, and she said her family absolutely loved it, that it was quite amazing. Got a few comments. Let me see if I can read them. Yes, a must-have, especially, and time is something that's quite, we just never seem to have enough time. Everybody is busy these days. And then when we look at some of the things that we can cook, you can do a whole head of cauliflower, cut that up into some 2-inch pieces. And Zoe, how long does it take to cook one whole head?
1 minute.
1 minute to cook a whole head of cauliflower. If you're cooking a head of cabbage, maybe you're using it for another recipe, how long does it take to cook a whole head?
3 minutes.
A whole head. Okay, potatoes, 2 pounds of potatoes, just cut them into chunks, and how long does that take?
5 minutes.
5 minutes. So just think of your mashed potatoes. boil them, not boil them, but cook them in here in 5 minutes. Mash them up. You're done. And the pot that, our inner pot is stainless steel, so you can take that right out and whip the potatoes up right in that. Mash the potatoes up right in that. Steamed broccoli, yes, we do have the steam setting. You can steam your broccoli in that. It's just amazing, and I find out more and more every week. I try to use this at least once a week so that I get more familiar with it, the different things that it can do and the added benefits. There's a couple recipes that I really just can't wait to try in here. But yes, beans, I talked about beans earlier. I love me some beans and cornbread, but without having to soak the beans, 25 to 30 minutes, you can have the beans done. So let's see what we're reading here. Okay, so it's still building its pressure. So I think we're going to let you go for a few minutes. We'll come back. Oh, the red indicator's popped up, which means it is under pressure now. It's not at full pressure where it would start cooking, but it is under pressure. So for no reason would you want to try to remove the lid. And I don't even know if it would let you because I don't want to try it. So we will come back in about 10 minutes and we'll release the pressure on the eggs, and I'll run some cold water, let them sit in cold water for a few minutes. And I want you to see just how easily they come out of the shell. So, and while we're doing that, Zoe and I are going to get ready to do our pie crust sticks because I hear they're yummy. I saw another consultant make these the other day. So stay tuned and we'll be back. A sample of the cheesecake. Okay, I'm down for that, Candy. I hope she had a great birthday and everything went well with the spring form pan, because with our quick cooker, you can bake a cheesecake right in the quick cooker. Quite amazing. Yeah, Amanda, sorry, you're going to miss out on that unless you're saying yum about the steamed broccoli, but I think the cheesecake would be more yummy than the steamed broccoli. But hey, everybody's their own. So, all right, guys, we'll come back in a few minutes. Bye.